I would rather have questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned. Hey there. Welcome to our 5-minute podcast summary with one quote, 3 ideas, and 1 question from an episode. This episode covers the best ideas from the Jordan B.Peterson podcast with Andrew Doyle. We explore oversimplifying good and evil, the importance of free speech, and producing more. The ideas in this episode are from Andrew Doyle, who's a comedian, author, playwright, journalist, and political satirist. He co-wrote the fictional character Jonathan Pye and created the character Titania McGrath, a parody Twitter account that mocks contemporary woke culture. His latest book is Free Speech and Why It Matters. Now let's dive into the key ideas. The first idea comes at 49 minutes, where they discuss how any theory that always locates problems from somewhere other than yourself is dangerous. One of the dangers of any ideological representations of the world is that they always contain too convenient a theory for evil and malevolence. When evil can be easily located somewhere else, you have every right for your unexamined motivations to manifest themselves fully, because you can always punish the evildoers and stay on the moral side of the fence. In almost all real-life situations, there's no such thing as pure good or bad. People and situations always have both. The second idea discusses how I may disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it. If our fear of free speech is that it facilitates the dissemination of bad ideas, then we have preemptively decided which ideas are acceptable. And by doing so, we limit our own capacity to be challenged and to move forward, and set in stone what we believe is right or wrong. The right to ridicule is far more important to society than any right not to be ridiculed, because one represents openness and the other represents oppression. The third and final idea comes at 2 hours and 13 minutes, where Andrew says, don't attempt to anticipate the zeitgeist, because you won't. The best predictor of quality is quantity. It's not a great predictor, but it's the best one. For any creative that can produce work, the more ideas and work that you produce, the more likely that you'll have any chance of creating something that others will resonate with. Often, we do hundreds of pieces of work, only to have 1 or 2 unexpected ones to stand out to others. To have any kind of overnight success often takes years. The best thing to achieve success is to do more. A question that we think is worth reflecting on after listening to this episode is, can you think of something that is oversimplified in terms of being purely good or bad? So, those were some of the best ideas from the episode. Some of the other topics covered include the importance of language, conversations, and thinking, the woke narrative and the language that is being used to defend these ideas, and Titania McGrath, the fake fictional character to mock contemporary woke culture. We hope you've learned and been inspired by our podcast episode summary. We've got summaries of other podcasts like The Tim Ferriss Show, Hidden Brain, Making Sense with Sam Harris, and more. Check out the link in the description if you're in Apple Podcasts, or search for podcast summaries on any other podcasting app. We've also got a weekly email digest of the best ideas from written summaries, and the original episode link, both in the description. Thanks for listening. Please subscribe and share if you want future episode summaries.